now we have you and your psychiatrist, or I want to understand the shared decision-making process that you had in getting DBS and engaging with this trial.
I'm going to tell you from an empathy standpoint and kindness and feeling standpoint, as you've heard me say, you're just wrecked. Your soul's crushed. Everything is just obliterated. And me being able to be accepted into this amazing clinical trial at Mount Sinai for deep brain stimulation. So Dr. Fagui was that main point of contact for the trial for the patient. The very first person I get to interact with throughout this whole process. It was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing experience. Never had anybody look me in the eye. I'd never had anybody speak to me how I was spoken to, how I felt like a person that was truly cared for. And I didn't feel like a widget. I felt like a human being. I say all the time that this technology is 90% responsible for saving my life, but the care of Dr. Fagui and his team are the other 10%. Is probably, if not more important than the other. So my guidance to the world out there and to all folks doing clinical trials and just healthcare in general is how you treat people with mental illness is so incredibly important because we feel horrible and judged and awkward and shamed. And so I would say beyond everything that you've accomplished, Doc, your empathy and kindness is something I'll never forget.
That's good to hear. It is sincere empathy and interest in you and your symptom. And in part, it's because my enthusiasm about the treatment, but also the personalized way that the treatment works. So this treatment is very different from all other treatments that psychiatrists know of, which are mostly medications, right? Which work or they don't, but it's usually just a bit of a trial and error, right? You see if it sticks or not. You, of course, had tried all of those medications with no relief, at least not for the past few years. So then it's very important to understand if you have the kind of symptoms that I know are related to that part of the brain that we were planning to implant a lead at. So that's a very exciting job to do as a psychiatrist, where you really want to hone into someone's personal symptoms and sort of visualize for yourself if you think that that will actually respond to manipulating that tiny part of the brain. That's in itself such a fascinating way to interrogate your patient. Like that very agonizing negative internal pain, which you refer to as poison, that was basically every cell of your body and would make you complete bedridden. It's a terrible symptom, of course, because it was making you want to kill yourself every minute of the day. But to me, it was a fascinating symptom. It's easy for me to really tune into those symptoms. I got all enthusiastic when I heard that because I know that I have a solution for it, for specifically that part of your suffering. And then if I figure out that that's actually driving all of your other problems in life, and there's no comorbidity or personality issues or other things, right? If it's really that poison that's in your way completely. I mean, you had a beautiful life even then, but you told me you had no access to it because of that poison. That makes me really enthusiastic because I know I can actually fix that. And that's exactly what happened. Right? Within a day, you were actually functional again.
Think of that perspective too. Like I was excited to hear the symptoms, which is beautiful because he knows he can fix it.
That's the intersection in which I live every day as someone who lives with multiple severe illnesses, including treatment-resistant depression, and now a neuroscientist. I'm like, I love this shit. I hate it so much and I love it so much.